Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain. And we've got a lot of rain falling right now at CenturyLink Field in downtown. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their 6'5 quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
Two touchdown passes last week.
Two touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And to give this time to the tailback. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Wentz. That is caught at the 7. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A very solid gain of 27. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Here's another 2nd and goal, this time from half the distance closer.
I got you. Done.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by their 6'3 quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on. We know he's not bad at this, but his footwork. Always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied. Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on fourth down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on fourth down here early in the game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Taylor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. To throw is Taylor. Throwing on 3rd and long. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A first down and then some. 36 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
After the sack on first down, Taylor, well, the pressure gets to him again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Taylor will throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
And out now come the Seahawks. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Wentz now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. but you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. From midfield, here's Wentz. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A gain of 2, just like we saw on first and second down as well. Deuce is wild.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. As we take a look at the playoff picture, and certainly a lot of jostling still to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
Yeah, exciting for us because we get to talk about it, and, you know, at the end of the day, 6 teams are going to go from each conference, and guess what? We're going to have a playoffs. But nerve-wracking for all the people involved, all the teams, because their goal is to get there. And anything less than that makes the season a disappointment. So they've got to be primed now for a big finish to their season.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6. Here's Taylor. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now Taylor to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. Here's Taylor to throw. Steps away to his left. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slot.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first, and he's going to go down again. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. He'll rifle this one, and the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. The point after is good. And the lead is now 10-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down.
Defense, keep it up, guys. Like 22, he's coming, 22.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. He's going to fire one deep over, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Here's Taylor, throwing again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Taylor. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. There goes a deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 39 that time. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to run. He's got a man. Complete. The 20. 10. Touchdown. 49ers. A big play there. 87 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, and even better run for big yardage.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. A nice run on 1st down gets them 6 yards to the 31. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw is Wentz. He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wentz. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Now Wentz. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. On first down, Brown. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Taylor. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
The Niners on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Taylor finding room to the 20. Completes it to the tight end Kittle. And down to the 16-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Here's Brown. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They come out here in the eye. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. 3rd and goal. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. Here the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point safely through.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Wentz. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Wentz now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Wentz to throw again. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he's taken down inside the 30. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. That is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. As his guys are in for 6. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Then he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Throwing now is Taylor. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Taylor to throw. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Wentz. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Throwing is Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Here's Wentz to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
So the victory here for San Francisco.